Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Strafe Cow. We're going to play some more Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. First video was about hour 15, which is a little long for how few objectives we completed. But considering we had a basically Porum, Yang, and N-word trying to get through the hook route, I feel pretty good about where we ended up. So I think from here on, we should be able to just kind of roll through the next few sections, feeling pretty good about it. Let's go ahead and see how that goes. That's a good reminder that I need to heal. So we just did our pan check, which I think is the last major key item thing we had there. We have access to Sealed Cave, Dwarf Castle, and Tower. Next goal, I think, is going to be to get some sirens and clear the tower. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I should do my shopping quick. Because there's a couple shops we haven't done, and there's one of the big things here is I would like a lightning claw. And I don't know if it'll be here, but it could be. My bag is full again. Okay. We already used that. Don't need those. I don't need both of those. Probably good there. And probably not going to need that wizard hat, because we've got the ribbon and the tiara. Oh, actually, I should get rid of... I saw ice arrows there. And actually, I should get rid of... Not get rid of. Should be equipping the Artemis bow. And I'm going to save the Elven bow because I may end up wanting to switch over to it, but I think I'm probably good. That's right, I got the Darkness Crystal last time. Mute Dagger. Don't have any black mages. We know that there's a Tella as the 6th character. I have not seen the 7th yet. And I believe at this point are the remaining stuff to do. Ooh, Hourglass 2, good. The remaining stuff to do for objectives, I should actually double check, because I think we need to find like one boss, which I believe is Mylon, not Mylon Z. Poison. Probably should have saved that. I think I've got somebody that still is wearing a karate key. Oh wait, no, I got like 3 power shirts, that's right. You know what? Let's be aggressive. Okay. So yeah, we did get the Darkness Crystal last time. As from our pan check, which will be good because we don't have a pass yet. Save and start into the tower. We do need to clear the tower. We're going to check the chests on the way because we want to find the alarm and steal from it repeatedly. I don't have a good way to grind with this party currently, but I may end up keeping this party. And the fact that I want to keep this party means I need to figure out a way to grind. So Oh crap. I forgot I had that on. That's not good. Well, we got a siren. Whoops. I think there's a couple more chests here. Let's go ahead and unequip that Avenger for safety. I really hope that wasn't the only one. If I don't find another one, I'll reset, but I'm pretty sure there's one more at least. There we go. Okay. I'm thinking like 4, 5, 6 maybe even. This is going to be our primary, if this ends up being our primary grind, I want a few before we continue in the underground, and I want a few before we head to the moon. Forum's cry command has no purpose in this version of the game. It's bugged. Except it actually does increase your chance for steal. There's 6. Should be a one-shot. There we go. Okay. So now we can do 3 sirens when we get out of the tower, and 3 sirens before or when we go to the moon. And should be able to get our levels between that and the bosses. I don't feel like that's an unreasonable task at that point. Anybody but Wyvern? That's actually a really good spot for Ogo. That should be a one-shot. So I think the other things we still need are the Toroya Treasury, which we have not found the Earth Crystal yet. The bosses at Dwarf Castle, which obviously we're going to do after we do our grind, and Mylon Z, which we will do when we find him. Or maybe it's Mylon. I'll double check it. I have not checked the other surface bosses, like the Octomom spot. We were going to do Torak. Objectives. Mylon, Dwarf Castle, Earth Crystal. Yep. So, should be pretty straightforward here. Goal is going to just be do the bosses that we have to do anyway first, because there's a chance they could be Mylon. Glad we left the Avenger off. may still switch it on, but we'll do blink strats if we do that. I think this is going to be a case of edge throwing stuff. To make sure I don't accidentally attack the wrong thing. I've not gotten a dwarf axe to back row glitch these guys, so let's actually switch this out, because that's going to do the extra damage from jumping. Getting a little bit of lag from this, which is, I suppose, normal for this kind of fight. Apparently. I don't remember it being super normal, but that's okay. Where's that second poison claw? Did I accidentally sell it? I probably accidentally sold it. That's okay. There we go. First two hits are going to get eaten by Blink. Get some levels. Sand Ruby, that'll get me a Tella, which I don't necessarily think I want. We should actually be getting close to, yeah, we're at 8 key items currently. So we're also getting close to that range where we're going to be able to get double XP before we get to the moon, which is nice. Because we're going to get one more on our way down, hopefully. If it's a relatively free or simple item, then we'll probably go do that before we grind. Like if it's Earth Crystal. That's right, we got Baron Key also, I think. Somewhere in there. Which I have not done. So maybe I should go do that as well. Because that's a lot easier than the other stuff we've got here and would give us that 10th key item if we don't get it. Yeah, at this point I'm hoping for Earth Crystal or Spoon here. Spoon makes it so much easier to justify keeping Edward in the party. Samurai Bow. Nope. Yeah, we did get Baron Key there. Let's just run and do Baron castle quick. Not a required section, but is low level and is another character check. Maybe we can figure out who the last character is. Need to stop checking every single chest because our equipment's pretty solid right now. We have 3 power shirts, like, we'll be okay. We have not seen Wyvern yet. So I'm gonna save here, just in case we need to unequip the Avenger. But Bygone Spot should be really free, and like, we have a pretty good damage output at this point. Not as good as it's gonna be, but pretty good. Hey, those guys count as mages. Which means they take extra damage from Edward's mute arrows. Also, I forgot to heal. I really need to get her Cure 3. Odin. We do not have any lightning, so this could be dangerous, but I think we'll be okay. He is also a mage enemy. And Kane is hitting like a ton of bricks. I should probably swap the power shirt from Edward to Kane. But oh well. I mean, even from Yang. Like, Yang could use that vitality boost and magic defense more than King, probably. Okay, let's see what this key item is. Hoping for something with... It's an actual key item, so we can get up to our double XP. There's our spoon. Nice. So if you're not familiar with this, the spoon is normally a item that Edge can throw that has maxed out attack. So it does, you can throw it once for straight knights. In this game, they added it as an option for there's a flag set where you can add it and make it so that Edward can use it as a weapon. Which is what we just did. I really need, like... I guess we'll just save. I really need some cabins. I'm guessing that's going to be a dwarf castle. And it does count as a key item, so we have now Edward's best weapon that makes him actually able to do damage output beyond what he was even doing with the bows. Let's see who's here. This is always a kind of weird spot. You know what? I think we can actually do this. Like, I think we just zerk up our team and should be able to just wreck her. Make sure she doesn't kill him in one hit, because he's at really, really low hit points from weak. But we can leave him relatively low. Quick Cure 2. She doesn't do any attacks that do... Or she has one attack, I think, that actually does damage. So I think just going berserk and not worrying about it is probably about the best way to handle this. And this isn't a super high HP spot. Like, we should be okay. Yeah. There's our Cure 3. Feels so much better. Key item? Magma Key. Perfect. So, we just got our last key. Well, it's not the last key item we need because we still need Earth Crystal, but it's going to be efficient. Glad I opened that one. Zeus Gauntlet. Basically, at this point, we're looking for Zeus Gauntlets, White Robes, if anything. Like, that's the only things that are really relevant. And since we have to open the treasury, I feel like we're probably going to get a couple of that level of item there. Okay, let's run up here quick, because we haven't checked this one. And we're going to do sell... Ice Brand, Lilith, I don't think we actually need the Samurai Bow. Artemis Bow's better. I don't think we're going to be using a Black Mage at this point, so I should probably just sell all of my Black Mage gear. Like, I can genuinely not think of a scenario where we're going to take a Black Mage. Okay. It is a gated shop, so it's worth double checking, but I'm not really super concerned there. Oops. So that should be 10 key items, double XP from this point on. So we're gonna go over here. This little corner. And use our first siren. Barely. It only has 100 hit points left. Slightly confused as to why Kane wasn't attacking, but that's okay. So yeah, these guys are dropping 68,000 XP per, which is pretty solid. Like I said, I'm feeling like about 3 of these should probably be good. Oops. That should be good. Let's do a quick check here. 37, 42, 21, 22, 27. Yeah, that's about right. About what I expected, rather. Faster and closer than the inn. Shorter animation. And it was kind of on the way. Illusions and lights. Do this. Bahamut. So free first boss. Just zerk up the team. We shouldn't even need to worry about reflects. And we'll see who the second boss is. Okay, let's see who the second boss is. Rubicante, 4 elements. So yeah. Well, do I stick with my team? You know what? Screw it. I am going to be confident in my Edward Porum Yang team. We have a plan. And it was probably really stupid to just turn down a Fusoya right there. But whatever. Porum will get the job done. We might have to grind slightly more to get her into HP range to survive a Big Bang. It's not the end of the world. Edward will not survive Big Bangs. That's how Edward works. Hourglass. Would be good for Moon, I guess. Moon grind. I'm feeling let's do these bosses quick while we're here. Also, just realized I didn't find my cottages I wanted, which means that they are either gotta be somewhere. I thought cottages were required. Maybe that's a different flag set. Okay, so we need to... I'm going to stay at the inn once. We only have one tent. I'm going to stay at the inn, save, fight the first boss. Tent, fight the second boss. That'll be our last tent, but whatever. That's okay. We'll find something. I believe in us. I'm kind of scared of this spot, I'm gonna be honest. But I think we'll be okay once we get the arms down a bit. This is a fast, hard-hitting spot. There we go. Every 3 hits, he loses an arm, and whenever his arms drop, his speed goes down. That's also why I'm not doing power or jump with this fight, because we just want to go as fast as possible, get as many hits in as fast as possible. Twin Harp. avoid that one for now. I'm not actually even sure how much better Fusoya is here than Porum. His HP growth is really not very good. Like, it's obviously starts higher than Porum's, but he's also level 50 base. And we did give her a silver apple already. Okay, may need to do some... I just double lifed. Whoops. We basically just spam Tier 3 and toss an occasional life potion and okay. Okay, that'll waste a turn of attacks at least. Yep, you go ahead and attack for him. She's pretty tanky right now. There we go. There we go. Adamant. So we're getting our key items. They're not useful key items for us, but that's okay. Okay. Well, let's check our last item shops because we are officially out of tents. Trying to think of where else we haven't actually gone shopping yet, and I can't think of anywhere. Or Luca, Twin Harp. guess let's just clear Earth just to make sure. Just to make sure. Making sure those aren't specifically Mylon, since he is a required boss. Both of these are long, but my thought is, at this point, we're gonna have to come back down to do Earth Crystal anyway if we go to the moon. Let's just make sure. If one of these ends up being Earth Crystal, and I go and clear the full moon, that's gonna take longer. Trying to think of what all we've got left here. We do have the potential for this to be Wyvern still. Not found Wyvern. I think we're waiting the cutscene out. Okay, let's see what our music is. That sounds really familiar. Shouldn't be. Maga Sisters. There we go. That's why we chose this one first, because even though it's a bit of a walk and a cutscene, it's a real easy fight. there's not a lot that could be there that would actually be a problematic fight. And ideally, we will find the Earth Crystal before we go to the moon. If we do, then we can do our Mylon hunt on the moon without having to return to Earth once we get the crystal. We can just go down into the depths. If we don't find the crystal or the Earth Crystal on Earth somewhere, we do have to go back after we go to the moon, regardless. But at that point, we're gonna full clear. So we're gonna get the what's it called? The pass, anyway. Okay. Let's see. The other thing we had was sealed. Let's go do that quick. And at that point, we've checked all the stuff on Earth we can. I am going to do a save here because we don't actually need to do this. If we want to, we can definitely reset out when we get to the bottom. No big deal. You can check what the key item is, check who the boss is, reset. The XP here is not great, and we're not going to be picking up treasure chests on the way, so no point. It'll save us some time. You can't cast the exit spell or warp spell, or you can't cast the exit spell to get out of here. You can cast warp, but it is only one floor at a time, and it's a very long time. It's much longer when there are random encounters and when you have to fight every door. So thankfully, the encounters off is an benefit here. I did see that as a custom objective set a little while ago. It was complete the sealed cave with trapdoors on and complete the Cave Bahamut with the behemoths on. Crystal Sword. We know there's no Cecil here. So resetting, unless this is Mylon. It's Mylon. So this is an interesting fight in that it actually has way higher magic attack than you would think. Because the wall uses status effects. There we go. So the upside is we don't actually need to worry about Mylon anymore. No boss hunt. The downside is we now need to find the Earth Crystal. Which I guess the other side of that is, once we find the Earth Crystal, we don't actually need to complete the Power of Zod. We can go straight and unlock the treasury, and we're good. We don't have any black mages. I just realized. Okay. Glad we checked, because that would have otherwise been my literal last check. I think that means we're going to the moon. Again, downside is that means we do have to come back to Earth. But there's a chance we'll have the pass by then. I mean, honestly, it's probably worth getting the pass. Like, completing the rest of the bosses to get the pass at that point. We still don't have our cottages. But Big Whale has built-in healing. So we'll do that here as I continue to regret my life choices and debate if I want to take that Fusoya. If he shows up on the moon. I'm kind of digging the whole character loyalty aspect. Just, I mean, we basically got the, pretty close to the, you know, bad party. And we're making it work. This Ramos fight's gonna be hard, but we can do it. I believe. I'm currently more concerned about the fact that we have to... We're probably gonna have to walk back out to the Big Whale to heal every time. So hopefully things will go well here. We're gonna grab stuff on the way down, check who the boss is, and do our grind. Opening these chests because this is one of the higher tier areas, and there's a chance that it could be what we're looking for, but it's not. Lion should be doable. I think this is a pretty rough spot for it if I'm remembering right. Let's just do Antlion first. Just in case. That's what I thought. Okay. That moment when you're doing too good of a job. I'm intentionally keeping Edward out right now to minimize how many people I have to heal and cast. We should be almost there. Using power here for your prevents the counterattacks, which is good. There we go. Kane doesn't get the levels, but you know what? Kane's the one who needs them least at this point. Yang's attack is very based on his stats. Hey, there we go. Downside there is that means that we are pretty much gonna have to come back. But that means we can come back. Like, it's a pretty straightforward, like, I think it'll work. That's more where I'm going. We basically just have to walk down and maybe fight some things if we want the XP. Oh hey, I had moon veils. I could have used those on Antlion. That's what I was waiting for. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss the opportunity to fix that. or to do that life glitch. It gets double XP off one of the King Ryus. That's going to make this fight worth 180,000, which is, you know, a lot. The fact that we only got a couple levels off it says a lot, also, about how high level we are. But the fact that we're not actually in range for where we want to be yet says a lot as well about the characters that I'm going with. Now I'm going to be smart this time and lead off with this Hourglass 2 to prevent all those counterattacks. These guys are basically the highest XP fight outside of bosses or fights where you can summon multiple things. So they are a really efficient use for those summons. And we're actually in range now. We're not quite where I want to be, but we are in range. Like, I think this is genuinely good. Now, the one downside with this group at this point is going to be Edward's HP. Edward is basically worthless after the first phase, unless I can time his height perfectly. That also means that if I'm doing that, I can't berserk him. So it's kind of a balance. So Perm getting 2 more levels should put her in range of the average damage for Big Bang, which is about 1900. Technically, it can be higher than that, but with her magic evade, there's a decent chance it will just do very little, or that it'll roll low for her. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Earth, turn in our Earth Crystal, and then finish our preparations, and then go back to the moon, and that's it. We're done. Have to skip the moon bosses, which is a nice change. Especially since we still had, like, Wyvern left. This is going to be annoying, because we're going to loot the treasury, and I probably don't have much inventory space left. But we're only looking for a couple things at this point. It's not like money matters at this point, so I'm probably just going to sell everything else. Or drop everything else, just walk through and do a discard. already have that. That was our 6th power shirt. Okay, bandana power. Silver, that'll work. Pain. We can now back row glitch, which is really actually important for this. Show you why in just a moment here. Okay, 42, 52, 27, 29, 34. I'm not sure that's going to be low enough. So Quorum is still the lowest, but we need her to heal. So what we're gonna do is this. Which should be fine. Like, I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work. Rune, that's fine. Let's see if we can keep him alive. That'll give him a little bit better chance. His HP is so low, though. There's a really good chance he's gonna die to even a nerfed Big Bang. Oh, we had one more power shirt, that's right. Which was Edward? We want all power shirts all the time. And let's pop in here real quick, because there's a couple items I didn't find. There's our silk web. So now we go to the moon. To fight Thromus. We've got Starveils there, that's fine. Let's bump our crystal up and our silk web up. Ether Bacchus. Anything else here that we actually want? Moon veils, just in case, maybe? I don't think they're actually useful here, but whatever. And let's grab an elixir. So if you're not familiar with some of these items, so first of all, Glass Helm. Glass Helm is the highest physical defense on an helmet item. It has 0 magic defense. Zero Mist only uses magic, so it is worth it against this, in the Zero Mist. Getting that extra physical attack, this extra strength boost from the bandana is better. Same reason that I took off the that I worked the protect ring around the way I did. The other thing is the curse string. Curse string lowers all stats by 15. I put that on Yang because there is a slim chance, or the way, oh hey, I forgot about that. The way that the system works, yeah, of course, it's Fusoya. Perfect. So yeah, the way that the system works for agility is all relative. It's based on the middle, in this case, it's on the middle character's agility. So the agility values are not an absolute thing. It matters what the specific agility values are. You generally want, especially for a berserk party, for your middle character to have very low agility. Now, what this means is that everybody else gets turns when they don't. Technically, I could have left Forum, who is the lowest agility character, in that slot. However, I don't want to lower her agility because that will also lower her magic stat and make her an ineffectual healer. So, Yang is not going to be the character I berserk first, I guess. He is gonna be, because he is the slowest character, he's going to be kind of my last rung. I'm just gonna have him use power until, or cross items until I get around to it, basically. And it might sound weird, but that is kind of how this works at this point. And I think that's going to be my best bet for beating Zerox. Now, that second save that I did right outside was just in case I wanted to switch characters at the end here. I figured there was a chance that it could be Fusoya, which it was. I guess it was also in case I needed to do more shopping or grinding, so I wouldn't have to walk all the way back down. Because I don't have any cabins or tents. Which is also why I'm not doing any of the bosses on the way. I considered it, but I don't feel like it's worth it at this point. Unless we were to have those cabins. Otherwise, I absolutely would have done, at least the Lunar Dragon spot, because that's like gonna be 200 grand XP. But I digress. We don't have it, so we're not gonna. We're gonna go straight in. I think we'll be okay. It may be a close one. We may lose several characters, but I think we'll be able to keep Kane. My basic goal is gonna just be to be able to keep Kane and Porum alive. Kane's got the Avenger, so he's gonna be auto-attacking without me having to berserk, which is really important. So start off with the crystal. We are going to nerf the Big Bang and slow Zeromus. We'll also get to see which sprite it is. This is one of the randomized things. It's every time this sprite is going to be different. For his true form. Looks like a boss from one of the early games. Come on, Elixir. Perfect. Should be a big bang coming out here. Hey, I waited just long enough. Oh well. Let's get Edge Berserked. We're gonna get Edward Berserked here with a Bacchus Wine. Forum is going to heal. Now the way that this works is because of the way turn order works and how high these characters' agility is, they're going to keep interrupting the boss before he can actually act. We're probably just going to... I wouldn't be terribly surprised, based on how much damage we're dishing out, if we don't actually even get to see another Big Bang. We might? We're gonna bait this counter nuke just in case. So when Zeromus gets hit with a magic attack, he counters with nuke. That's unfortunate, but it happens. So now he's only going to do significantly less damage with the next Big Bang if one comes. Which means we can actually have Forum survive more reliably. There we go. Every shake is a phase change, so we're now into, I believe, the Medio phase, which only has about 15,000 hit points. Something like that. Oh, we didn't nerf during the right phase, because he changed after... Oh, there we go. We're good anyway. That's okay. Doesn't matter who's alive at the end. Matters that you got there. And honestly, judging by that, we could have actually finished probably before that Big Bang went out if I didn't kill or get Edward killed with that counter nuke. So, yeah. Clean Zeromus fight with Forum and Edward. Pretty sure we ended up at somewhere around a 215, I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure. I'll do the math and post it in the comments. But this one was... This was a fun one. Like, I've been really frustrated with the last few free Enterprise runs I've done, and for some reason, this, again, Edward Forum run with a Yang start ended up coming out really well. I wasn't running around last. I didn't last location the objective. Like the last. I can't even think of the last time that happened. I feel like every single time I've been down to like 1 or 2 checks, and it's usually moon bosses or sealed cave or the underground area, and it's all. So I'm really glad that this came out the way it did. It is what I needed right now, because I am not really high on my patience levels right now. And okay, so game time was 2:15, which probably means that we're probably closer to a 2:30 with the resets. That's okay. Yeah. No, this was what I needed. I've been trying to figure out a good way to do a more relaxed feeling seed without actually just setting it on easy. Because I really feel like when you get wild as your... So wild treasure means any item can show up in it. It's not weighted. And to me, that is not fun. It's can be easier, but when it's easier because of pure luck. So wildish is a good counter for that. Throwing spoon in makes Edward actually useful, which is fun. That means every character is potentially useful. What else? Like, that's the only flags I changed for this, and it still ended up being... Part of that is just because of where the objectives ended up being, though. I don't know. You really can't say... Like, one of the very base versions of the game is just find the crystal. You have to go to key item locations until you find the crystal, which is in the key item pool. And to me, that's still not... because it's completely random. There's no path. Having multiple objectives feels like it is still part of the game that is important. It makes it more interesting to me. Even like the old Forge the Crystal variant, you still had to hunt down 2 separate key items, which was interesting. The things that seem to really get on my nerves are when I end up last locationing stuff, or the key item, which is just dumb luck, or when it's a boss hunt and you don't find them in the normal course of it. Boss hunts can be really not fun, and it's just how they are. It's fine, but it's not my favorite. So I'm kind of glad we ended up with one. I wish that there was a way to do the custom objectives, or the random objectives, so it was like random key item, or random boss location, as opposed to the way it is, or random character, as opposed to just random. Because if you could pick it by category, then I could make sure that there weren't like a bunch of bosses that I was gonna have to be hunting down. Yeah. I don't know. This was a fun one. I've started recording 2 of these earlier that didn't get posted because they were just miserable, and I wasn't having fun, and so you probably wouldn't have been having fun watching. I'm still waiting on a few parts for my new computer. Mostly the motherboard, which seems kind of important. Yeah. There's a lot to play coming up. I really don't know what I'm playing yet. I know a bunch of stuff I want to play once I get my new computer up and running. Probably gonna do an XCOM run. Finish some of the games that I never got to because of game issues, like Fallout 4, and revisit some of the games that I haven't played in a long time that I can do a better recording of. I think I'm actually waiting on those ones until I get new sound equipment, which is on my to-do list. I like my microphone. It's way better than the original ones. I actually have marked which, in my spreadsheet, which videos use the old microphone, so that I can potentially re-record some of those games. Especially like ActRaiser, that had a audio glitch during one of them as well. So I'm thinking, like, once I get my new microphone, we're gonna go back and do ActRaiser again. We're gonna do DuckTales, maybe Soul Blazer. Some of those games that I didn't finish for one reason or another, and that were on bad audio on top of that. Yeah. Lots of thoughts. And of course, Orc is going to be very high on the list when I get my new computer set up. So I can, and I think I might start it over and redo that first section again, just because I want to do it without the lag. Like, that lag was really bad in a few spots, and I would like to just play it without having to worry about that. That also means I can probably play it on higher settings, which would be nice. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on where I'm at. Hopefully you enjoyed this and are enjoying the channel. If you are, please check out the other content I've made. Got a lot out there. If you have any questions or suggestions, if you want to know more about what I do, or if you have any questions about why I did something, if you have a suggestion for another game you want to play, or you want to see me play, throw them in the comments. I'll at least consider it. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.